As a species, we've gotten pretty good at making fire. Back in the Serengeti Plain, if you didn't know how to rub the sticks together the right way, you're pretty much out of luck. But today, we have several ways that we can make fire. There's the handy disposable lighter, which most people prefer to make fire. And there's the old invention of the matches, right? These are pieces of cardboard with a little phosphorus on the end, and if you strike them, you can make some fire. So I think most people prefer to use the lighter, but I like the matches for a couple of reasons. You can do some interesting things with them if you know the physical properties. Now, as we said before, the matches are pretty much cardboard with some phosphorus on the tip. And cardboard is brown, but if you look at these, you see that they've put some black ink on them to make them a little more attractive. Most match companies do that just so that their product is a little differentiated. Now, if you know how, you can kind of rub it'll be hard to see, but you can rub some of the ink off of the matches so that they look a little bit more like their natural cardboard state, right? And if you rub it the right way, you can kind of keep the ink on your finger so you can rub it back on. Now, sometimes it's hard to see, so I'll do a little contrast here. Once you know that scientific principle, you can do some interesting things, right? So you can rub the ink off one of the matches, and then you can do some things that look like magic. For instance, you can touch and make the ink go from one match to the other, and it looks like the matches have switched places. See, but you and I, we know it's really just the ink moving. You can also kind of toss the ink in the air and catch it with this one, and it'll look like the ink has gone through the air, but really, it's just a scientific principle. I also like to show that you can show the matches in one hand, just so people don't think I'm switching it quickly. I'm just going to hold on my thumb and finger, and pretty sure that I wasn't able to switch those two matches as a whole. Pretty much just the ink. And then, what I think that when you have matches that can do this, it's important that they reach their potential, right? So I've got the one black and the one cardboard color, and of course a match's potential is to burn. Okay, these are still pretty hot, but what you can do is then not only have you helped them reach their potential, but you can actually send them back home. And that is why I prefer matches to disposable lighters.